Hello and welcome back to Knights of the Republic. In this episode, let's talk to Mira a little bit more.
Go ahead.
Simrothas.
It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
Too quiet?
I'd rather be doing something, somewhere with people, activity, some life.
Like on our show.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it.
How so?
Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity, aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive.
Pretty sure me to listen to Nar Shaddaa live. How life is bounty.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it.
Maybe one day I'll be able to show you.
Maybe one day, I'll let you.
Let me show you a quick.
Alright, but I doubt you're gonna show me anything I don't already know. And when you show me, don't act like a tourist. It attracts predators.
Looks like I'm heading to Nar Shaddaa. I'm gonna keep this on for a little bit longer for the wisdom boost. But let's go to Bail Jar.
Yes, General.
Nope. Can't do anything with you. Where it is? There you are.
There is something I have observed, and now I feel I must say it. I have found your presence to be inspiring. With your growth in the Force, you seem to have found your center, and throughout the dangers we face, you remain calm and focused.
Never felt better.
I understand now why others followed you to war. Perhaps that is what leadership is, and it is something I have seen in only a few during my travels. In any event, it has been some time since I traveled with a Jedi, nor one so firmly upon the path. I wanted to thank you. I fear the stories that were spoken of you have misrepresented you, and if I have the opportunity, I shall reverse them whenever they arise.
Thank you for kind words, but they are not necessary.
Very well. Then I shall keep my favorable opinions to myself.
I had other questions.
That is hardly surprising. What do you wish to know?
Look familiar to me.
You are correct. I am afraid I have not been entirely open with you concerning my past. If I look familiar, it is because we have met before, at the Enclave on Dantooine, many years ago. As on Coruscant, Force-sensitive children are taken to Dantooine as well, though it is done rarely and only with those they believe are destined to become Jedi Knights. It is the secret nature of the place. If you are not chosen by a master when you have come of age, however, then the path of the Jedi is denied to you. I met you on Dantooine, long ago, briefly. You taught us the ways of combat, how to hear music within the movements of a lightsaber blade. It is difficult to explain the difference between you and Master Vrook, but I think it is because he was knowledgeable, but not a leader, not a mentor. You were different. We could all feel it. And I knew that if I were to have a master, I would want it to be you. And then you went to war. Many Jedi went to war, and the Jedi Masters proclaimed that you were Jedi no longer. Atris, the Mistress of the Archives, was first among them. I knew at that moment that if you would no longer be a Jedi, then you must be correct. I realized I did not want to be a Jedi. Instead, I wished to follow your path, and in any event, there was no one to train me, even if I wished it. They all went to war, as I grew past the age of acceptance.
You abandoned it?
It is possible to forget the Force, you know. If you have not felt it strongly enough, then there is little to miss. But I never felt the Force as strongly as I did when I was with you. And so I decided to serve the Republic, study the Jedi teachings, gather them perhaps. It was important to me to understand the Jedi now that they were gone. I felt some part of you should be preserved, so that your lessons would not be lost.
Sorry that my leaving for war had such consequences on your future.
Perhaps. I still harbor doubts about the path I walked.
That was not the subtitles. Trying to feel the Force again.
It is not time, if there ever is a time.
Join the Republic then.
I am on a diplomatic mission. I am one of several tasked with attempting to contact any remaining Jedi and convince them to return to the Republic.
Why did they choose you?
I know something of the Jedi. I have studied them for a good portion of my life, and now that they are gone, such studies are even more important.
You had any luck?
I do not think it is a matter of luck or chance. Only my own inability to find them. While the Enclave trained me for many things, I'm afraid that the life of a bounty hunter was not among them.
You can say that again.
I suspect my turning away from the Force is also a hindrance in such cases. I imagine the Jedi would be easier to find if I still maintained my connections to the Force.
You know what happened to the Jedi?
No. It is something of a mystery why they would exile themselves as they have. It is not the way of the Jedi to vanish in such a way, especially when the Republic is in need of them. I fear that there is something else at work. Something that we cannot see. Then again, perhaps the Jedi are hiding simply because so many people hate them these days.
Why do you think people hate the Jedi?
It is difficult sometimes for the Jedi to see such things, since much of it is rooted in human nature, and the Jedi are often removed from events of daily life, insulated. But the reason the Jedi Civil War was named such was because few in the galaxy can recognize the difference between the Sith and the Jedi. To them, they are both Jedi, with different philosophies.
Do you hate the Jedi?
Hate? No. I do not hate them. They only raise questions without answers. Jedi are not supposed to be like the rest of us. They are supposed to see a higher purpose in all things. And they are supposed to train students responsibly and well, so mistakes of the past are not repeated. Yet all I saw was ignorance and arrogance, and what those seeds created in the Republic. It is difficult to follow the Jedi Code when so few others have. But you know this.
What do you mean?
The problems with the Jedi are my own. I do not wish to burden you with my troubles. That is hardly...
Tell me about your training on Dantooine.
Many Jedi went to go fight in the Mandalorian Wars, and few returned. To their disciples left behind on Dantooine, on Coruscant, there were few masters to train them. I was one such student. Perhaps not as strong in the Force as the others, but it really did not matter. The teachers left behind were few. Only a few students were accepted as the Mandalorian Wars raged on, and when I came of age, there were no masters left to train me. So I was forced to leave the Order, to seek my path elsewhere. It was for the best, I think. I had begun to have doubts, and I think the masters were aware of them.
Do you blame the Jedi who left? Do you blame me?
Never. I have seen you, traveled with you. My life was mine, not chained to yours.
Good train you feel.
It is not time. That is hard. Like you, I was looking for some trace of the Jedi. I had heard mention that one of the Jedi Masters had gone there, but I found no trace of them.
It's not the only reason.
The other reason was the ruins of the Jedi Enclave, and once I arrived, I felt it was necessary to stay, to protect what was left.
Left.
Much had been taken from the Enclave, both by raiders and others. I wished to preserve what I could.
Not others.
Many artifacts were taken from the Enclave, but these thefts, they had to have been done by someone who knew the Enclave well. I suspect the Jedi themselves took the holocrons and records, but I do not know why.
Holocrons?
Someone has been taking holocrons from sites across the galaxy. It is almost as if someone does not want their knowledge used to find the Jedi. The situation on Dantooine is echoed in other places in the galaxy. Raiders, smugglers, all seek to plunder what remains of the Jedi, and even the Sith. More so than the Jedi themselves, I fear the loss of their history.
Why is that?
Much has been forgotten in recent wars, and I fear that greater troubles shall stem from that loss of knowledge in the future. The destruction of the Academy on Ossus near the Kron Drift in the Sith War, the teachings of Master Arca, the adventures of Jolee Bindo on the Rimward missions. All of these things are in danger of being lost forever.
Question.
Forgive me, but there is something I must ask. In my study of the Jedi histories and the more contemporary records, I have heard tales of a Jedi who was exiled. You are that Jedi. But the records are somewhat evasive on why this was done. I wanted to discuss why you chose to leave the Jedi Order and accept exile.
I chose to leave. To protect the innocents on the Outer Rim.
I see. And because you went to war, they cast you out?
At first I thought that was the sole reason, now I'm not so sure.
Do you have a record of this trial?
T3 has a copy of it.
Perhaps I shall examine it when I get the chance. With your permission.
You're free to do so.
I appreciate your trust. Thank you. I have studied the holorecord of your trial. I'm unsure what to make of it. I must confess that I was searching for some meaning beyond the records. A reason for why one would leave the Order.
Didn't leave the Order, I was exiled.
Yes, but exile is rare, and I have found it is not really something that the Order can enforce. Believe it or not, it was really your choice.
There's no choice, it was a sentence. Well,
I don't think so. Perhaps some of them felt strongly about your sentence, but I think something else concerned them. Again, the choice to turn away was yours, not theirs.
why does this interest you?
Because I, too, turned away from the Order. Under less extreme circumstances, perhaps, but stemming from the same reasons. I'm not certain I do, either, but it is something worth considering. Then I shall speak no more of it. Yes?
What are you doing?
At times, I meditate, simply close my eyes, and listen. It is quite calming. I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins.
Can you teach me to meditate?
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
For force points and one-time bonus to FP through meditation.
I try to treasure these moments before the next crisis begins.
No question.
That is hardly surprising. The problems with the Jedi... That is... I think you are right. It is time. I have watched you. You have become strong in the Force again. But that is not all. You have achieved a center in the chaos around us. And I have felt it, my master. The one intended for me. Left to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. Now she has returned. And I ask her now if she will train me in the ways of the Force.
I will train you.
The one who was to be my master was lost at Malachor 5.
So it ends.
I want you to teach me the ways of the Force. To become a Jedi Knight. What I meant to be.
Let's meditate and open ourselves to the Force. First step. Imagine the instituting. First step within the Enclave. The winds among the plains of Dantooine, the feel of life around you. Felt when our paths crossed again. See the galaxy through the Force. Jedi Counselor. Well, he needs to... give me a sec, I need to... And... oh, he needs to level up in Jedi. I'll do that later. Well, let's head back to Nar Shaddaa, actually. This is the one that I want, yeah? No, I want... this one. Nar Shaddaa. let's head on out. What? Yeah. There we go. Yes, there you go. We're gonna head on over here. Talk to Guido real quick.
Nishasa Ochut. Nakaprota Gocha, Jarkoma.
Sit on Dantooine.
Koparodunga Nimisindo
Thank you for your intervention.
Mushkameto Rundi. Jubame Sing. Ratzakman Prata. No, Nanang.
See what we have. Yes. There we go.
What's wrong? Why are you stopping?
Stand here and listen.
I've been out here hundreds of times. There's nothing special about it.
Yeah, there it is. You can feel the force here.
No, I don't believe in the Force. It's Jedi tricks. Sleight of hand.
Prove it.
This I'd like to see. It's not gonna hurt, is it?
No. Put life and all hopes into perspective. Feel the currents here on Nar Shaddaa at the ebb of life. The simple kindness can be given to another.
Feel the currents here on Nar Shaddaa, the ebb of life. A simple kindness can be given to another.
The force in all our choices, from the greatest to smallest, affect each other, and the echoes travel.
This is the Force, and all our choices, from the greatest to the smallest, affect each other. And
I can feel this planet. I can't shut it out. It's louder now. It hurts. All these people.
You learn to shut it out. There are Jedi techniques for calming the mind.
But if I become a Jedi, I'll have to turn myself in for the credits.
To become a Jedi, Mira, such things will concern you no longer.
Are you gonna train me?
Well, if you want me to, Mira, I've shown you the way. I cannot force you down the path.
I want to become like you. I want to be strong. I don't want to be afraid or alone anymore. I don't want to keep running and looking and never feel like I'm finding what I'm looking for. I am tired of being hunted. When the galaxy takes something from me, I want the power to let go. And I want the power to heal the echo when it's gone.
I can live their whole life with such echoes, Mira. I can teach you to accept them.
That sounds all right from where I'm standing.
Jedi Sentinel. There we go.
I am ready.
Constitution. There we go. Powers. Heal. Improved heal. Feats. Regenerate force points. Costco. Finesse lightsaber. There we go. Your dexterity is definitely higher. You might want. Let's give you heal. Attributes. Having good intelligence for skills could be good. Master Critical Strike, powers, advanced lightsaber throw. So you're good with that. Get a short lightsaber. You can get this, and this will be replaced with this. There we go. Now let's quickly head back to the Ebon Hawk. Probably going to do one more thing, and then we'll finish the episode.
Of course. It would be my pleasure.
Meditation envy?
Why don't you go sit on a rocket?
Calm down. What is your problem?
I don't want to talk about it.
Alright, you know, Atten, sometimes it's no wonder you can't figure yourself out the way you lie to yourself all the time. I've hunted a lot of people in my line of work, but I never met someone who wants to get lost more than you do. I've got a pretty good idea why, but not the whole picture. I will, though. My advice? Come clean before I find out. And stop watching her. She's got enough problems.
I love Mira.
There was a pattern to Revan's attacks during the Jedi Civil War. He sought to convert Jedi, not kill them. But that is not all. In fact, he fought to keep the infrastructure intact, killed certain political leaders that would lead to destabilization. First Patriarch Lelyn Dur of Sirocco, the Corellian diplomat Mimas Yoon, and Yusunus of Achani.
You think he wanted to have something left to conquer?
I am not sure that he intended to conquer. I think he was trying to do something else. I think he was trying to unify the galaxy against some other threat.
Against what?
I do not know. And that concerns me.
Let's... Upgrade items. My main lightsaber. There we go. The silver lightsaber. In the next episode, I will head over to Duxon, actually, and see what's going on over there. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye!